morning everybody, and welcome back to another one of my videos. We're down at the allotment again, and as you can see, I've got to go back to my pumpkin patch again, because every time I come down, because of the heat, is growing more faster than normal. And what I've got to do is like follow some of these leads now, and where these leads are, just got to cut off these runners. You can see there's a little pumpkin on there, but you've got to do it, otherwise it's just going to keep running all over the place. And you can see it's going over next door. I've got to see if I can get over there. My cameraman's taller than me. And then what you want to be doing as well is looking down any yellowing leaves or anything. Get those out. I know you always see me going to the pumpkin patch, but it's got to be done. And when you see these bees come out now, they're full of pollen, so you just go to the top of the runner, take the top off. So you've got to find where your runners are, follow them back a bit, making sure they're all going to get tangled up with one another. So that's the running tip there. Just seeing if there's any female ones down here. Just take the top off. So if you come across a female one now, everything's going to be tangled up. Most of these are like fertilised already. What's this one? So I've got a female flower there, and I just took the top off. So what I've got here, I've just got one of these cosmetic brushes. All you do, find a male flower, swirl that round in there. You can see all the pollen, full of pollen. And then you just get your female one and just go around and rub the brush onto that as well, into the female one. So you just have one of these handy. So I'm going to go around, have a look what we've got in here, and see what I can do. Right everybody, so I've just taken a break from my pumpkin bed, because you know, you have to look where you keep walking up there and everything. So just come, and I had a few more, I think these are French beans, so I'll just put them out there when the polytunnel drying out. As you can see, I plotted that one in there, and I've put them there. If they grow, they'll grow and grow up there and run. I've got my coyote now, what's just starting to take off. We're just looking at this cucumber plant is starting to take off as well. So I'll come back up here, show you what's going on. I don't know if it's me. Well, this this long one here is from that volunteer, and it's run and gone up there. I've got one. This is when you're going to see a lot of ladybirds around. I've got a nice courgette, another courgette there to take home. Leave that there first. And this is the volunteer one. You can see how it's all the way from up there, come all the way down. It's got the flowers now, and it's come all the way up to the road. I've trimmed it off here, so hopefully it shouldn't go no further than there. That's one of the things, but I don't think that one will most probably die off. As you can see now, I haven't got a gap to go up there, but everywhere you look you see pumpkins. I look down here, you see pumpkins on the floor, in between, right down, see pumpkins. There's some nice big crown princes in there, so those are okay there. And then some of them are just, you see the bees come out of the flowers and they're covered in pollen. Got a nice Jamaica stripe on there. So there's quite a few pumpkins still to be, whether they're fertilised or not, I don't know. I just had to cut off the top of those ones what was growing up the fence, just to keep them all in one area. And you walk in, you just seen all the bees and I don't know what the little ones are, if they're bees or wasps or what, but they're all going, the flowers, what's open, they'll come out and they're covered in pollen. I can see one here. I don't know if my cameraman can zoom in on him. I don't know if our cameraman can zoom in on him. You see it is all back. You see them coming out and they're all covered in the pollen. So the pumpkins are, as they come out and the females ones pushed out their flowers, there should be enough male ones now to fertilise them. So I was gonna go around and use the brush and everything this morning, but it looks like I don't need to, so I just took off a load of the tops again where they're running, snip off the tops and take off some of these big, the leaves that are big, I'll take those off, and hopefully the light will get down in there. Well, I know the bees are and everything are getting down, so the only thing is I don't want to get stung by one of them size bees. They're massive. So that's what's happening. So if you like what you're seeing, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Tell another friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave any comments, you can leave comments in the comment section. Is there anything you want to ask me? I know the most common question people ask me is, how did I get my pumpkin patch like this already, because their pumpkins are just like little small bushes. I put mine in, I can't remember when I put mine in, I think it was the middle of May or sometime, and then I'll give them a couple of weeks to get established. Then I'll mix up a diluted milk solution and water the roots and everything. That stops the powdery mildew a bit, but then it seems to be stopping them completely, because I water straight on top of this and I haven't had any problem. And that's basically all what I do. And what I'm going to do now, today is fertiliser day, so I've got my Epsom salt. So what I do, because you can't get the roots and that, what I do, I just go like that and spread it all over. And then hopefully some will penetrate the roots and that. And then once I've done that now, once I've done this, I'll give them some blood fishing bone. If you can see the roots, then you can put it at the roots. But like what I said, now this is going to get completely drenched. Right, so come round to here. You can see some of the bees and everything. We've got a lot of bees around. If you can see the roots, where your root system is, I think it's there. You just can put a little bit of down at the roots and then water it in a minute. Right. My sweet corns up here do the same thing. Just a little bit at the roots. Because I didn't give these any fertiliser when I was planting them. I'll let my cameraman go around and show you that marrow, how big it's got since the last time you saw it. That's how big the roots got. Just a massive marrow. I'm just leaving it there. I want to see how big it's going to get. Right, my strawberries, they look healthy, so this is grow sure in there, so I don't need to do anything with those. These sweet corns in here, they're fine, so I don't really need to do anything with those. This callaloo is disappointing, but what can you do? Have I got weeds growing in there? Yeah, I've got some weeds growing in between my my Lola Russo. You know what Lola Russo looks like, so you know what the weeds are. I should take out some of these individually and put a couple of rows in there. Right, these now, just sprinkle some around it, the roots. I know this should be bloodfish and bone, but then you just water everything in a minute. So I'm going to carry on with this and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've put Epsom salt and bloodfish and bone around the plants, my peas and everything, so everything, sum up my pumpkin patch, so everything will get a good water in a minute. So what I'm doing, I'm using natural fertilisers this time, although I've got the ones in the big tubs, the manure water and that. I'll start using that later on down. And what I've got here, I've got some baking powder, so I'm putting about about a teaspoon in, and I've got some brown sugar, so you want about a teaspoon of brown sugar in, not too much. And you need to make sure that it's, you can use other sugars, but I want to use this brown sugar, so you need about 15 grams of that, 20 grams or so of that. Right, and then in there, you're going to think it's a waste of beer. Well, I got these cheap anyways, they were in the discount section. You get, this is 440 mils of beer, so you need about half of this. Right, just put that back in there and cover it down. Then you're going to top this up with water. Try and give it a good stir if you can get the sugar dissolved. And then you need to fill this right up to the top with water. Right, so I've got that. And then what I'm using this for now is to water my peppers. So I'll put this on, let that soak in a bit. And let that uptake some of those nutrients. I don't know what happened to this one, it was doing well and all of a sudden it just decided to dry up. Got one of the peppers off of it here, so I'll take that home. Don't know if that one going to drop off yet. So I don't know what happened to that. And someone said, isn't this going to attract slugs and everything? You just got to make sure you know what you're doing, because you're going to be watering again on top of this. This is just to give them a bit of a boost. And you're going to be doing the same with your tomatoes. So I'm going to be mixing up another batch, and you're going to be doing the same with your melons as well. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I'm giving everything a good watering. We've just been having a lot of heat waves, so I'll just show you my plants. These are my eddos, my lemongrass is in the corner. I've got 2 more eddos what's just coming through now. You see the sprouts. My ginger's starting to come through now, just 1 sprout. So, and the dragon fruit you see is doing exceptionally well in here. These are my melons. And the melons behind me, all that corner there is all, what is it? Melba, no, cantaloupe, honeydew, and the baby ones down here. So I've got 3 different things. In my tomatoes, for the first time, are doing well. I'm trying to keep them like this. Just water those. Got some marigolds down there next to them. Got my okras here. So just got these lettuces in here, looking worse for wear as usual with lettuces. I don't know. Got some dwarf French beans, the red ones at the top there. The rachidios are all looking worse for wear. Don't think none of them's going to survive. Don't know if they was meant to go out or they couldn't take the heat or what. The kohlrabi doing quite well. You can see they're forming nicely. These okras at the front. So the carrots are not too fussed with them. They're I don't know, because some you look down and you don't see like nothing's forming on them, but I'm going to go through them next time and have a look. Got 1 nice healthy cabbages in here. The beetroots are doing well. This, I don't know what this is. I was thinking of putting it in a bigger pot and leaving it in here, which I might do before I go. See if I've got a bigger pot to put that in. My beetroots, you can see, are doing quite well. I've got spinach and cabbages in this bed. This a lettuce. I think this is a bit of lettuce here. Take that off. So I ain't got a bit of lettuce there. Might get a few leaves off of that. See, it's got thing on it. So I'll take those ones off before I take it home. Right, nearly finished in here. Then I'll be outside, so I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, so I've got my foam here, which I've taken a lot of it out and it's still bush, but looks like it's, no, it's still okay. I can still get more out of that. So I'm just giving that a good water in. I've got this spinach here and this here. I've had so much off of this spinach. I don't know how many harvests I've had off of there, how much I've given away. And since I've cut it, you see it's starting to spring back already. So this one just keeps on giving, keeps on giving, keeps on giving. So I'm so happy with this one. I've still got all that to take back. Got my strawberries up here. Not doing all that well, I don't know why. They do well and then they die off. I think you have to change them every year, but the novelty of hanging baskets ain't for me. So I'm just making sure that everything is well watered. Then I'm going outside, I've got to do my pumpkin patch, but I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so come out of the polytunnel. Meanwhile, while I was watering, I said it'd be easier to pull a couple and see if there's anything down there. And this is what I got. Some nice carrots, the size I like them. This is one of the big giant ones. You see that was going down. So despite everything, I think with carrots you just have to keep thinning them out as you go along, which I don't do. I just leave them as a, but I think what I have to start doing is thinning them out. So this is I've got broccoli and spinach in here, and as you can see the spinach has come up nice, ready for harvesting, which I'm going to harvest it soon before it goes into flower again. Just making sure that everything is well watered. I think these are delphiniums over here where the hose is. These was here when I came, and I've got a peony there. And I've got a rhododendron over here. And then all those, what you see now is just like bush, I think raspberries and that, what I keep cutting back. So, got another flower bucket here, nice display here with some nice, I think those are called teddy bear sunflowers. My hanging baskets up there, I think I need to weed them out. I don't think there's anything in the other one. They said that the heat wave this week is going to calm down a bit, which I hope so. I haven't slept for a few days now. It's just been so hot. I've got the fan on and the fan isn't doing anything. So that tells you how hot it is. It's a bit cooler today, but I'll still come down early to try and get things going. So these are my potato buckets now. Just making sure that I give those a good watering. These are the main crop ones, but you can see they're dying back already, some of them. And a lot of people say that they haven't seen bees this year, but I haven't had any problems with them. I see quite a few around and they're doing what they're meant to be doing, so I'll just leave them, welcome them. That's why I put the flower plants down there to attract them, but it seems like the pumpkin patches are attracting them more than anything else. So I'm going to carry on with this and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so nearly finished watering now. Making sure that I give the ground a good drenching. It'll soon dry off and then the pollinators can get back to work. I think they need some water as well. So if you're liking what you're seeing, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment in the comment section. The only bed what I haven't watered is my bed with the callaloo, but I'm going to take that off and I'm going to put another crop in there. I'm going to see if I've got any beetroots and maybe put some lettuces in there as well. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've put in some of my Lola Russos up here just to see how they will do, and I've put in 3 rows of lettuce seeds and then beetroots up here. So what I'm going to do with the lettuce seeds is sprinkle, cover them with the cocoa coir. That'll help keep in some of the moisture into the soil. And then we'll know if they grow or not, because I don't know what happened to the callaloo. I'm not just going to sit down and wait for them and wait forever and then nothing comes. So just cocoa coir into the holes, cover them, then I'm going to give this a really nice watering. I've always got cocoa coir on hand. A lot of people like try to source it, but I buy the big blocks. So if you want a thing of where I get my one from, then leave a comment in the comment section. I think you get I usually get about 4 80-litre blocks, which fills up one of those black dustbins, so it's a good amount what you're getting in there. It's not no, and I use it all through the season. I put on top of my plant pots and everything. If I want, I can sprinkle some over this as just to keep, once it gets wet it holds the moisture for a while. So get a little bit more and then I'll top it up as I go along. But I think I have to order some more soon anyway, so I've got like an old dustbin full of it. So, well, I had a whole dustbin, but I've used it as I go along. If you want to keep it wet, you can keep it wet. Or if you want to use it like this, it spreads out more evenly, and then you can just walk on top of it. So that's the cocoa koi. So that's more or less everything I've got done today. I've just got a couple of heads of ginger somewhere what I've got to put in, which is here. I'm going to put those in and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so we've got everything watered and I've got these 2 bits of ginger. I'm going to be putting them in this. This is some grow shaw, so you want to put them so that the tip is out. That way they grow a lot quicker. Then I'm going to put layer of cocoa coir on top to keep the moisture in. So that's my last thing for today. And this is going in a polytunnel. So like I said, if you're liking what you're seeing, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Any comments or anything you want to know, if I can answer it, I'll answer it. If not, then there's a community of gardeners from all over the world what's there to help. I don't leave snidey comments. I see some people ask questions because a lot of people's new to gardening and they want to know something, and then the amount of rude comments, I call them, I mean, it doesn't do anything to us, but like if you're new to gardening, then you know it does make you a bit weary of asking anything. So I'm gonna leave this one here first, then when I come back down, then I'll pull it somewhere where it can get a little bit more established. I'm gonna be putting a little bit of water on it. This ain't the ideal watering thing. So that's it for now. I see there's a lot of blackberries around, so that's what I'm going to do now. Have a pick of some blueberries and I'll be back with you in a minute, show you what amount we can get. Right everybody, so we've got enough blackberries. I'll show you in a minute. What I'm doing, I'm just closing up my polytunnel now. Just putting these banana peels in here. So that you've got the banana water to water the things. I'll let my cameraman go down and show you the blackberries that we picked. Just going to wash off my hands. They've come here. There's more than usual. We usually don't get them this time of the year, but we've got some, so what I'm going to do as well, every time I come down I'll harvest some and freeze them. Then when I've got enough, I'm going to see, I juice mine, and it's one of my favourite juices with ginger. So I'm going to see how best to do that. We've got a couple of a courgette and the carrots, as you saw, and a couple of peppers and a couple of tomatoes and a few strawberries. So every time you come down now, you're going to start to see things to harvest. So that's us for today. Put this stick over there. See my trowel. Then when I'm looking for it, he can't find it, and then so that's us done for today. So if you liking what you see, like I said, like, share and subscribe, tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment in the comments section. We will get back to you on them. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you all on the next one. You take care until then.